Entertain a motion to approve the minutes.
April 9th report.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor, discussion. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 7-0. Awards and resolution. Who wants to take resolution? Councilman Bldg.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to pass a resolution acknowledging June 2nd, 2024 as National Cancer Survivor Day. Second.
Motion's been made and second. Discussion. Just say it's a great thing to celebrate to be a survivor. So, not me personally, I mean for all of you. All right. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes.
Madam Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve a resolution proclaiming May as Huntington's Disease Awareness Month. Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
Madam Chair, I'd like to read into the record resolution number 24-20. Whereas Huntington disease, HD, is a rare hereditary heterogenetic disease that affects people of all races worldwide. And HD causes gradual degeneration of brain cells, which in turn result in physical, cognitive, and emotional symptoms, which typically become apparent between the ages of 35 and 55, but can also appear much earlier or later. Huntington disease is a hereditary disorder. Each child with a parent has HD has a 50% chance of inheriting it. And globally, there's estimated between 3.6 and 5.7 people with HD for every 100,000 of population. And these patients and their families have just cause for hope. A new era of discovery is unfolding in research of Huntington's disease. Now, therefore, let it be resolved as follows: that the Lake County Council proclaims May as Huntington Disease Awareness Month in order to enhance public awareness of Huntington's disease and to express concerns for those affected by HD. Duly adopted this day, signed by Councilman Dave Hand, Niemeyer, Lindermald, Brown, Brewer, and Bldg, and Council President Christine Sick.
Thank you. Any just further discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, this was brought to my attention as someone from your guys, your and Dave's district, Christine Signorelli, who lost her father recently to Huntington's, and it's a really terrible disease that felt compelled to add it to the agenda just to bring the awareness to everyone.
Thank you, I appreciate that.
It's right, he's down low and 35 years old. My gosh,
Yeah, it's young.
seems old to you guys probably.
Thank you. Okay, Councilman Niemeyer.
Thank you. Madam Chair, I'd like to make a motion to approve resolution number 2421, resolution honoring Jesse Mendez, NCAA wrestling champion, 141 pound weight division.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
I'm going to read into the record if you don't mind.
Do not.
Whereas students and professional athletes nurtured and trained in Lake County, Indiana have consistently shown excellence in all sporting endeavors. And whereas Lake County has generously sent forth its spirited and athletic youth to compete with other youths of this state and every other country and nation of this world. And whereas Lake County is justly proud of its sons and daughters who have so willingly taken upon themselves the hardships and disciplines, both physical and mental, which successful participation in sporting events demands. And whereas Ohio State sophomore Jesse Mendez of Crown Point captured the NCAA wrestling championship, 141 pounds, on March 23rd, 2024 in Kansas City. Jesse had a 2023-24 season record of 30 wins and 2 losses. Now, therefore, let it be resolved that the Lake County Council and all citizens of Lake County extend congratulations and praise to Jesse Mendez for capturing the NCAA wrestling championship, 141 pound weight division, that a copy of this resolution be spread on the official records of the Lake County Council, and an official copy be delivered to Jesse Mendez, duly adopted by the Lake County Council this 14th day of May 2024, signed by President Christine Sid, Councilman David Ham, Randy Niemeyer, Pete Lindemulder, Charlie Brown, Ron Brewer, and Ted Bilski.
Any further discussion? Well, Jesse has been in front of us. Oh, come on. Okay, I didn't realize that.
I was so sad he couldn't be here.
All right.
I'm
Yes.
part of the dais.
I almost feel like we've been able to watch him grow up. It's been phenomenal. I was just telling Attorney O'Donnell, I said, just a phenomenal wrestler, a phenomenal young man.
You don't mind.
Yeah, continues to amaze us. She said at the
From when
meet.
he was a youth and he made it onto the world team. You guys brought him in for that and then his state titles and now the big one, the one he's been working for. So now he just has to win a gold medal at the Olympics.
That's
Congratulations.
And one more thing, my daughter was a recipient of your scholarship.
Oh,
So it
yeah.
kind of came around full circle.
Very good.
Everything you've done for our kids.
The Sid Gardner,
Excuse me?
the Sid Gardner scholarship? Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Okay.
All right,
I've
congratulations.
heard about wrestlers though is like, they're not people you want to trifle with,
No.
but also they're some of the most polite people that I've ever met.
Was that the one?
Like they have a sense of self-confidence and sportsmanship, no matter where they're at. So it's really kind of a neat
Yeah.
thing to watch young people grow into that sport, and what they become is they're very tough, but
Absolutely.
they're also very good people.
Successful at life,
Yep.
very much so.
Thanks.
you all so much.
Congrats again. Okay,
All right.
all in
next.
favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 7-0.
All right, next, Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve resolution number 2422. Resolution honoring Crown Point High School Gymnastics Team 2024 IHSAA State Gymnastics Champions.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
For the record, whereas students and professional athletes nurtured and trained in Lake County, Indiana have consistently shown excellence in all sporting endeavors, and whereas Lake County has generously sent forth its spirited and athletic youth to compete with other youths of this state and every country and nation of this world, and whereas Lake County is justly proud of its sons and daughters who have so willingly taken upon themselves the hardships and disciplines, both physical and mental, which successful participation in sporting events demands, and whereas the Crown Point High School Gymnastics team won the IHSA State Gymnastics Championship in Worthen Arena at Ball State University on March 9th, 2024, capturing the school's second team title in 3 years and the first undefeated season in school history, 52 years. Now therefore, let it be resolved that the Lake County Council and all citizens of Lake County who are represented by this august body extend congratulations and praise to the students, teachers, coaches, and trainers, but most particularly to the young women of the Crown Point High School Gymnastics team, the IHSAA state champions and champions always for Lake County, that a copy of this resolution be spread on the official records of the Lake County Council and an official copy be delivered to the Crown Point High School Gymnastics team. So resolved this day, 14th day of May, 2024, signed Christine Sid, President, Councilman David Ham, Randy Niemeyer, Pete Lindemulder, Charlie Brown, Ron Brewer, and Ted Bilski.
All in favor signify by aye. Aye. Opposed, motion passes 7-0. Ladies want to come forward?
And I have these individual certificates here as well that I'm going to attempt to read the names of. And pardon me if I butcher some of them. We need more like Smith and Jones names.
Well, I mean, you guys just line up straight in front here, the straight line in front of the flag. You guys got your speeches ready, right?
Keep it to like 14 minutes.
Yeah, 15
Yeah.
minutes, apiece, that's it.
Serious.
Well, I don't know who all these people are, but I'm.
Yeah, is there a coach?
Yalitza Briggs.
I'll let the coach read them.
Congratulations. Simona Stajeski. Thank you. Savannah Forming Kovach. Morgan Wong. She's helping me a lot. Madeline Martell. Here, okay. Leah Fenner. Katie Tchaikovsky. Like this. This need your post all the time. Is that Jody Sense? Jade Hines. Grace. Karen. Ellie Kieran. Bridget Donovan. Anna Kostelnik. These are very Northwest Indiana names. Lena Lockhart.
Right.
It's some easy names like Linda.
I know. Congratulations, ladies. Congratulations.
So we could probably short, maybe we can have it front here and another short.
You guys get it.
Yeah, turn down, cut down, want to see the flag, hold the flag. Yes, thank you. Let's see how we can do this. Yeah.
Oh. First, to do more of the pictures.
Okay, so I think we're gonna be.
Digital camera, there, you know, whatever.
Yeah,
Pop them on our website, pop them up here, whatever.
I'm gonna take one more. Yeah, please, thank you.
You know what I would just think of? Where's Carol?
We don't see any.
They should.
Great, thank you.
They are. They have been. Instead of half.
Give us these.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Quite an honor.
Congratulations. Make us proud. Make us proud.
Thank you.
Sure they're anxious to go back to class or what?
I think we got one more.
We've got one more to
nice.
give to Ellie, so, yeah, we've got one more to do for Ellie.
Yeah, we have one more.
Sweet. I'm taking my calendar there.
So I'll say this, having been a dad of a daughter who was involved in competitive dance for 15 years, I know the type of dedication that all of you young ladies put into this. I think nobody really understands the incredible amount of work and sacrifice that it takes to be really good at what you're doing here in gymnastics. It's not only athletic, but artistic. And congratulations to you for all you've sacrificed to get here. I know you miss a lot of things that your friends are doing to be a part of this great team, but in the long run, it's going to pay off for you. All right, next, I make a motion to approve Resolution 2423, resolution honoring Crown Point High School's Ellie Kieran 2024 IHSA State Gymnastic Vault, Floor Exercise, and All-Around Champion.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded.
So I'll skip those first 5 sections since that's or the first 4, but I'll go to the last one where, I'm sorry, first 3. Whereas Crown Point High School senior Ellie Kieran captured the 2024 IHSA State Gymnastic Vault Floor Exercise and All-Around Championships, becoming only the second gymnast in state history to compete as part of the state championship team, win the all-around, and be named the Mental Attitude Award winner. Whereas the IHSA Executive Committee named Ellie Kieran as the recipient of the Mildred M. Ball Mental Attitude Award. The award is named in honor of Mildred Ball, the former IHSA Assistant Commissioner who served the association from 1977 to 1997. Mildred Ball administered the state gymnastics tournament, among other sports, and oversaw the licensing and training of all contest officials in the state of Indiana. Now therefore let it be resolved that the Lake County Council and all citizens of Lake County extend congratulations and praise to Ellie Kieran, 2024 IHSAA State Gymnastic Vault Floor Exercise and All-Around Champion and recipient of the Mildred M. Ball Mental Attitude Award, and that a copy of this resolution shall appear in the official records of the Lake County Council, and official copy be delivered to Ellie Kieran, duly adopted by the Lake County Council this 14th day of May, 2024, signed Christine Sid, President, Councilman David Ham, Randy Niemeyer, Pete Lindemulder, Charlie Brown, Ronald Brewer, and Ted Bilski.
All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes 7-0. Congratulations.
This is easier.
Thank you.
Thank you. My name is that LD also just recently received the State Gymnast of the Year for Indy Star through USA Today. So she's
Wow.
of the year.
Wow.
Great, congratulations.
Are you a senior? Are you going to compete in college?
Excited. I'm doing this stunt thing at PNW just to keep myself active in college, keep myself busy, but I decided to save my body because it's been for a lot.
No, that is rough. No.
And
Yeah.
PNW is just starting this. This is the pilot year for the stunt program, and 3 of our girls are going to do that and at PNW. So it's pretty neat. It incorporates gymnastics, kind of like a cheer, dance, kind of all in one.
That's the other thing that people don't realize about people who are gymnasts, cheerleaders, dancers. Like they put their body through a lot as young people. So
Surgery's down, so.
congratulations on your success and best of luck in the future. You're going to do great things. Yep, thank you.
And she's voting for now.
Anyone else?
That's awesome. Yeah, very good. Thank you, ladies. We really appreciate you being here.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Enjoy the DQ.
Thank you.
Stick the landing.
Thank you again.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. Good day. Thank you.
Okay, acknowledgements.
Now the fun is over.
Yes. Any of the council members have any acknowledgements like to express? Well, I have a few, if I may. I want to acknowledge Caillou Jumbei, who was a 15-year-old who graduated. He's from Gary. He graduated not only with a high school diploma, but with an associate's in biology, arts, and general studies. And I don't know if he received it already, but I know he was also going to be obtaining a bachelor's from IU. And we are hoping that we will have him here at the June meeting. So we're working on it.
Madam President.
I also want to, go ahead.
No, I'm sorry. I'd go
No,
finish yours.
please.
Well, I just wanted to mention that today will be the funeral for my father-in-law. Passed away on Thursday. He was 93 years old.
Yeah.
Thank you. 42-year steel worker, so immigrated here from Puerto Rico and was a true son of Northwest Indiana. So we'll be celebrating his life and legacy this afternoon. I'd appreciate if you keep the family, my family and my wife's family in your prayers.
our condolences. That'll be taking place this afternoon locally here.
Griffith White's Funeral Home from 4 to 6 is visitation and services at 7.
Anyone else have anything? Okay. I also want to congratulate Phil Talon, who became the CEO of South Shore Convention and Visitors Authority. That's all I have. Oh, and one other acknowledgement. I want to acknowledge the birthday girl today, our staff member, Tori Rivera. Happy birthday, Tori.
Birthday party.
Okay, moving on. Calumet Township Assessor. Councilman Bilski.
Here on number 5A, I ask for approval of a transfer from 61190 part-time $10,000 to 63190 other professional services for the full amount.
Okay.
For 10,000, correct? Okay. Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Chairman, item C,
B.
I'm sorry, B, transfer resolution, reassessment fund 1337, 61,190 part-time 10,000 to 63,190 professional services.
Second.
$10,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, item 5C, a resolution permitting the Calumet Township Assessor to pay us outstanding 2023 invoice debt totaling $1,600 from the 2024 budget. I so move.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye. Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Councilman Ham, Lake Superior Court.
I move to create new line items out of the supplemental adult probation fund, which is 2143. 63231 travel registration, 63232 travels and meals, 63233 travel lodging, 63234 travel transportation and other, and 63235 travel mileage.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindemulder,
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, moving on to the appropriation, same fund, I move for appropriation 63231 travel registration, $2,000. 63232 travel meals, $2,000. 63233 travel lodging, $4,000. 63234 travel transportation other, $1,000. And 63235 travel mileage, $2,000, for a total appropriation of $11,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindemulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer,
Yes.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, in Juvenile Court, Department 4005. Move for approval of a grant application. Indiana Supreme Court Problem Solving Court Truancy Intervention Program Court Grant Application.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye. Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Move for approval of Indiana Supreme Court Problem Solving Court Juvenile Mental Health Court Grant Application.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Move for approval of a transfer juvenile community corrections grant fund, which is 9391, from 63232 travel meals, $120, 63233 travel lodging, $1,094, 63234
4 cents.
travel transportation other, $145, and 63195 contractual service 2100 to 62410 other supplies $3,459.04.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
And seconded, discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Councilman Brown, Juvenile Detention Center.
Madam Chairman, I move for the approval of a grant application and grant approvals, grant oversight committee, Dollar General Foundation, youth literacy grant application.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, discussion? All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0. Planning Commission, Councilman Lindenmalder.
Madam Chair, move for approval of an ordinance 2572 Angela Mills, owner Rodney Mills, petitioner 4/17/24, A1 to RR, was received a favorable recommendation from the Planning Commission with a vote of 5-0.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, discussion? Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Thanks, Steve.
Thank
Madam Chair, I make a motion to approve an appropriation from the County Highway Fund 1102, 62220 Garage and Motors, 110,000. 62310 Equipment Repair Parts, 130,000. 62410 Other Supplies, 50,000. 63620 Equipment Repair, 105,000. 63720 Laundry and Cleaning, 5,000 for a total of 400,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded, discussion? Roll call, please.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to create a new line item in Lake County Local Road and Bridge Matching Grant Fund 9379 64500 Construction and Reconstruction.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Next, I'd like to make a motion to approve an appropriation from Lake County Local Road and Bridge Matching Grant Fund 9379 64500 Construction and Reconstruction, $2,209,578.85.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Item C, I'd like to make a motion to approve an appropriation for the Local Road and Street Fund 1112 63715 Equipment Lease, 300,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Councilman Brown, Lake County Sheriff.
Madam Chair, I move to create a new line item for federal justice assistance grant pass-through awards grant fund 8263 64490 other equipment.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Lindenmoller,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I move for the an appropriation to the federal justice assistance grant Echo Pass-Through Award Grant Fund 8263 to 64490 other equipment, the amount of $71,392 total.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Animal control.
Madam Chair, I move to create a new line item, the Lake County Animal Shelter Non-Reverting Fund 4163. Item 64490 of the equipment.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I move for an appropriation in the Lake County Animal Shelter Non-Reverting Fund 63, line 64490 other equipment, $25,000 total.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Councilman Linda Mulder, prosecutor.
Madam President, propose approving revised 144 from the prosecutor's elderly abuse fund 8127 effective 4/8 of 24, 11031-001 administrative coordinator investigator presently at $67,486, proposed $80,000 for a difference of $12,514. 11403-001 case monitor, presently $47,240, proposed $60,000 for a difference of $12,760. 11402-001 administrative assistant, currently $40,491, proposed $52,000 for a difference of $11,509. And 11402-002 administrative assistant, presently $40,491, proposed $1 for a difference of $40,490. Total, presently $195,708, proposed $192,001 for a difference of a reduction of $3,707.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Yes, Madam.
Yes, Councilman Brown.
On an ongoing basis, I have inquired as to whether the prosecutor likes us involved. She has not appeared here in a while. And I tried to get a message to him that it would be nice to see his smiling face here on occasions. I know he's a very busy man, having lunch with someone.
Are you telling me this isn't Bernie?
I'm a little shorter.
So is there a possibility of an appearance?
Yes, I did pass that message along to him. Last Thursday, he was down in Indy for an IPAC meeting, but we are trying to free up his schedule so he can meet with you guys.
Very good.
We have his schedule from Indianapolis.
From lunch, Charlie. Lunch.
Remind him he can always appear on the web as well. Okay, anyone else? Any discussion? All right, roll call, please.
Niemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Pass.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes,
Madam President,
yes.
I was moving on to the next.
Oh, okay. Motion passed. Was it 7-0 or did I hear a?
yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Sorry.
Thought I heard pass.
Madam President, make a motion to approve a transfer from the prosecutor's elderly abuse fund 8127 from 61110 official and administrators $3,707 to 62110 office supplies in the amount of 900, 62210 petroleum products in the amount of 500, 62410 other supplies in the amount of $1,000, 63620 equipment repair, the amount of 1,000, 64410 furniture and fixtures, 307, for a total of $3,707.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion?
Yes, Madam Chair, why is the prosecutor's office purchasing petroleum product? The prosecutor's car isn't functioning?
Yes, that's just for the monthly gas bill that we receive.
You all don't use the central gasoline supply?
We do, but we get billed separately from the other departments.
Some other departments are billing the prosecutor's office for purchasing gasoline.
We receive our invoice from Al Warren. I think it's from my understanding, it's a collective bill that they separate for each department. So we get billed based on the total amount of gallons that our office individually uses.
Have the prosecutor add that to his list of explaining why you all are, is he on the?
No, I don't think he's on today.
So you have a card that you swipe or something and when you
Yes,
get
we got
gas,
gas.
then that's how they measure your use and then
Mhm.
you're billed for it.
Yes.
Okay,
Thank you.
okay. Any other questions? Comments? All right. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes 7-0.
Thank you.
Thanks, Jacob.
Thank you. Community corrections.
Madam Chair, I move to approve an ordinance establishing the Lake County Adult Community Corrections, LCACC Department's COVID Detection and Confinement Grant Fund, a non-reverting fund.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Ham. Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
We can get them, maybe bring them back.
Is there to move to suspend the rules?
Yeah.
No problem if he's gone.
No, there's six.
No,
of us.
there's 6 of us here. Yeah, yes. Motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam Chair, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made to suspend with the rules. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes. Motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam President, I move to approve on second reading.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve on second reading. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam President, I move to approve an ordinance establishing the Lake County Adult Community Corrections Department's Supporting Addiction-Free Environments Safe Grant Fund, a non-reverting fund.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes. Motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made to suspend with the rules. Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 6-1 absent.
Madam President, I move to approve on second reading.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve on second reading. Roll call, discussion? Roll call, please.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Okay. thank you. All right, Councilman Niemeyer, Parks and Recreation.
Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you, George.
Madam President, I make a motion to approve an appropriation from the Park and Recreation Fund 1107, 64120 land improvements, 900,000, 64490 equipment, 100,000 for a total of 1 million.
Second.
Motion's been made in second for an appropriation. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Thank you, Madam President. I make a motion to approve a grant application and grant approval, Grant Oversight Committee, U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, Great Lakes Program Office, Great Lakes Restoration Initiative, Area of Concern, non-competitive invitation grant application.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor signify by aye. Aye opposed. Motion passes 7-0.
Madam President, I make a motion to create a new line item for Lake County Parks and Recreation's Food and Beverage Fund 4315-63990 taxes and refunds.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer,
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Make a motion to approve an appropriation for Lake County Park and Recreation's Food and Beverage Fund 4315-63990 taxes and refunds, $15,000.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yeah.
Brewer,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Thank you guys very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Lake County Clerk, Councilman Linda Mulder.
Does Councilman Brewer want to take this one? I think that's.
Oh, yeah, that's right, correct.
Okay. Madam President, I'm making a motion to revise 144 clerk record perpetuation fund 1194, 11038-001. The Odyssey Transitional Manager presently is 57,200, proposed to 62,000 with a difference of $4,800.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam President,
Yes, Councilman Brewer.
make a motion to passage of ordinance amendment to the Lake County 2024 salary ordinance, ordinance number 1488N, eliminating a position and establishing a pay increase in the Lake County Clerk's Office Department 1001 General Fund.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam President, make a motion to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made to suspend with the rules. Roll call, please.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam President, make a motion to pass on second reading.
Second.
Motion's been made to approve on second reading. Discussion. Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski,
Yes.
Niemeyer.
Yes.
Sid,
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Thank you.
Thank you.
Lake County Commissioners. Councilman Ham.
Yes. Make a motion to approve an ordinance of the Lake County Council of Lake County, Indiana, amending and restating ordinance number 1492E and authorizing the issuance and sale of bonds of the county and if necessary, bond anticipation notes for the purpose of providing funds to be applied to the cost of construction of additions and improvements to the sewer work system of Lake County, Indiana, together with all related improvements, equipment, and incidental expenses in connection therewith and on account of the issuance of bonds therefore.
Second.
Madam Chairman.
Yes.
Just for some clarity for the council, this is the bond ordinance that we've already passed. The Indiana Finance Authority is going to buy these bonds, and they are mandating that as an aspect of this ordinance, it be amended to reflect that our seated contributions from January, maybe February, but probably just January, and from July, and maybe August, but probably just July, each year would go to pay these bonds. That's different than what we had in the original ordinance, but the Finance Authority is mandating this change. And Baker Tilly has analyzed the account and found that it should probably just take 1 month's seated funds in each of those half of years, if that makes it clear.
If anybody in the audience want to buy Hermit's Lake, we'll give you a great deal.
Any further discussion?
What is the interest rate?
Not everybody, what?
But it's less than 3%, I believe. I don't know, I don't have it in front of me. Tom.
Okay.
It's not.
It's part of the problem, well, not a problem, but one of the issues with their somewhat onerous restrictions is that they have a very desirable rate. And so you really can't beat it.
Congratulations on your
Oh,
re-election.
thank you. I was getting nervous when you were congratulating me. No, nothing else.
I was like,
We thought she knew, so we didn't know.
We're alone here, you can share.
Yeah.
I'm not finding the rate. but
It's buried in there, but
Yeah.
it is a highly desirable rate.
yeah,
Call for the question.
yes. Roll call, please.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Meyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yeah.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Motion's been made to suspend with the rules. Roll call, please.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Madam Chair, I move for approval on second reading.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Roll call, please.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Resolution.
Madam Chair, I move for approval of a resolution to approve the transfer of $1,209,578.85 from seated fund number 4012 to Lake County Roads and Bridges Matching Grant Fund 9379, Department 7007.
This is the one. Motion's been made and seconded. Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Bilski.
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yes.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Linda Mulder.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Okay,
That was not for.
2.3.
That was for.
2.3%.
Indiana.
Thank you.
What was it?
2.3.
2.3, thank you.
That's.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that was for state matching.
Yeah, that's right.
That's free. That's like free money, man.
Yeah.
Okay, interlocal agreement.
Madam Chairman, this is the Health Department statute change required an interlocal agreement with the City of East Chicago Health Department and the City of Gary Health Department. East Chicago has signed theirs now.
Okay. Can I get someone to make a motion?
So moved.
Motion's been made. Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion? Roll call, please.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Ham.
Yeah.
Brewer.
Yes.
Brown.
Yes.
Linda
Yes.
Bilski.
Yeah,
Sia.
Yes, motion passes 7-0. Citizens appointment. I'll accept a deferral till June 11th.
Madam Chair, I make a motion to postpone.
Oh, yes, thank you. I slipped.
Yeah.
You appreciate it.
Okay, motion's been made to postpone until June 11th. All in favor signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed. Pardon?
Did we need a second for that?
Oh, was there a second?
Dave, second.
Oh, Dave second. Okay, thank you. Okay, all in favor signify by aye. Aye, opposed, motion passes 7-0. Hammond Public Library. Councilman Ham.
Nominations open, how is this? No, seriously, you open them? No?
Oh, yes, I forgot, I got my.
I think we changed, well, that's right.
Nominations are now open for Hammond Public Library Board.
Madam Chair, I nominate Tom Novak.
He's in the audience with us today.
Yes, sir. Tom's right here.
Oh,
Tom,
yes. Hi.
can you come up and give us about a half-hour speech, please? And I know Tom, I could do it.
It all started in 1903 when the Hammond, no. Yeah, yes.
Tell me about your favorite James Joyce novel.
Oh, yeah. But yes, I'm a lifelong Hammond resident. I am the assistant city planner with the city of Hammond. Had that position the last 3 years. I've also the current president of the Hammond Historical Society. I grew up living in the library for many years of my youth. I lived just a couple blocks from it. I understand that there's, challenges and a lot of opportunities and kids get a lot out of it. When I got a computer growing up, I went to the library less, but I understand how many kids went to the library because they weren't lucky to have a computer. And so it's not just books, it's the services, it's the educational courses and lectures they offer. And I'm honored to be nominated, and I'd be even more honored if you guys approve. So
You have 29 minutes left.
yeah,
Tell him, Brad. And I'm nominated to have the opportunity to nominate Tom. Good person, very good person.
Okay, any other nominations? Hearing none, nominations are now closed. And being there is no other nominations, I hereby
Point.
appoint Tom Novak as the Hammond Public Library Board member.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
thank you, everybody. Thank you. If ever it's in Hammond history, I'm just gonna give you all my card right now.
Okay.
Appreciate your time.
Thank you, Tom. Good seeing you.
Thank you.
Would you like to open them up for St. John's?
Economic Development Commission, City of St. John.
Or town.
Oh, let's see, who's this guy?
That's Laura. Is it open?
We have the town of St. John did send in a recommendation.
Lauren Behrens.
What is it?
Lauren Behrens.
Lauren Behrens.
Right there.
Oh, yeah, Lauren Behrens, okay. I hereby open up nominations for Economic Development Commission for the City of St. John.
Nominate Lauren Behrens.
Any other nominations? Hearing no other nominations, I now close nominations. I hereby appoint Lauren Behrens, appointed to the Economic Development Commission for City of St. John. We don't vote on it, right?
Nope.
Okay, all right, very good.
Madam Chair, we had one of our, it was economic development for Maryville, Gene Ward, if you remember him.
Yes,
He
yes.
said he passed away.
Yes.
last month, And I don't know if we need to.
I believe we're gonna place that on the June agenda. Yes.
Matter of
Oh.
fact, I'd like to make a motion to add on an update on US Steel from our assessor, Latanya. Actually, maybe started off, I think, look, maybe we started off with Tom.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he's made a motion. I'll
A
second
motion
it.
to,
I'll second it.
yeah, okay, to add it to the agenda?
Yeah.
Okay. Motion's been made and seconded to add an update to Gary, US Steel. All in favor, signify by aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion passes. Go ahead. It's all yours.
Good morning. Thank you, Councilman Niemeyer. Condolences to you and your family.
Thank you.
I just want to first say thank you to the council for affording me this opportunity. If you will indulge me for a moment, I'm just going to read the letter that I drafted last night, and then I'll entertain any questions that you might have. This letter serves as our official request for the adoption of a resolution approving the proposed expenditures to carry out the appeal of the above referenced entity, that entity being United States Steel Real Property Assessment. In February of 2007, the Indiana Board of Tax Review ordered that the true tax value of the real property at the United States Steel Corporation, Gary Works, for March 1st, 2001 be assessed at $90 million. The assessed value of the real property prior to the determination was $269,801,300, with a land value of $59,582,900, improvements $210,218,400. The DOGF's final determination for the 2024 paid 2025 assessment year is $108,598,800. Unlike other property classes across the county, U.S. excess real property values have largely remained constant over the past 20 years, hovering around the $100 million range, and since legislation was enacted transferring the responsibility of assessing to Lake County's 3 large industrial facilities to the Department of Local Government Finance. Although U.S. Steel's assessment has long been believed to have been undervalued, it has not since been challenged. In the 2024 preliminary certification of the real property at USX was issued by the department on March 1st of 2024. Upon receipt, we began to engage Mayor Eddie Melton and his team in discussions regarding a potential challenge of the assessment. Careful consideration has been given to the matter, and in good faith, we desire to proceed with initiating the petition for review. While the allocated value of the pending $14 billion acquisition by Nippon is informative, our desire is not premised on this information alone. And I've provided a sales disclosure, which is referenced here, of 2 parcels that were sold by Cleveland Cliffs. The transaction occurred in October of 2021. The purchase price for those 2 parcels was $21.5 million or approximately $233,695 per acre. As you all may be aware, U.S. Steel is situated on approximately 3,100 acres. So this data suggests that the land alone is worth more than the current assessment. Further, we have engaged an independent fee appraiser to conduct a land-only appraisal, which we believe will satisfy the substantial evidence requirement. Also unique to Lake County's large industrial facilities are the requirements for initiating this appeal. In this instance, the Lake County assessor, I may not expend public money appealing an assessment under IC 6-1.1-8.5-11 unless the following requirements are met before a petition for review is submitted in the Indiana board. And this is why I'm here today. So 3 things. The county assessor submits to the county fiscal body a written estimate of the cost of the appeal. 2, the county fiscal body adopts a resolution approving the county assessor's proposed expenditure to carry out the appeal. And 3, the total amount of the proposed expenditure is in accordance with an appropriation made by the county fiscal body in the manner provided by law. As you all are aware, this is uncharted territory, as this would be the first time a challenge of this nature has been brought. We estimate the cost will be around $500,000 over the life of the appeal. The city of Gary is 100% supportive in this endeavor and is willing to pay their pro rata share of the expenses. It should also be noted that the circumstances involved in the USX appeal and assessment are different from those of South Lake Mall, which my administration inherited for multiple reasons. With the requirement that I just referenced for the county assessor to establish a reasonable likelihood of success before the matter proceeds being the most salient. If this requirement is not met, the petition for review will be dismissed. As it stands, the only expense is the cost of the land-only appraisal, which will be paid from funds currently available in my office's 2024 budget. While this request may seem untimely, there were a number of bases to cover in order to ensure the necessary support was in place. The appeal deadline is this Friday, May 17th. I respectfully request a resolution approving the proposed expenditures be passed. Thank you.
Madam Chair,
Yes, Councilman Brown.
is it that the appraisal was turned over to the board of the DLG? Are we the only ones that
The county is.
Well, Porter County,
All industrial property.
yeah, so it's a large industrial facilities. But it started with the challenge to challenge of US Steel's assessment back in 1999 or 2001, sometime in that time frame. Shortly after that, I believe in 2003, the state took over assessing those large facilities. And as you can see, I shared an article that was shared with me this morning. I hadn't read it, but it's a very timely article because it speaks to the very nature of everything that I've discussed here today and what it would mean to the city of Gary if we were able to realize some of that value that was lost with that previous appeal.
if you cannot use public money, who will pay for this?
No. We can use public funds. It just has to be approved by this body in advance of me actually being able to initiate the appeal. So this is a prerequisite for me initiating the appeal. I have to have this resolution in place in order to do so. And as I stated, I have been in conversations with the mayor of the city of Gary and his team. We've been in communication with counsel for US Steel. They have agreed to allow our appraiser onto the premises. We have a date scheduled. We have also been in communication with general counsel for the department. So we've got a lot of balls in the air. We've done the work that we believe is necessary to move this forward. And so I, again, am respectfully asking for your support in this endeavor.
Madam Chair?
Yes.
I just like to say, I support this wholeheartedly, and I've been around up here long enough since the beginning of the taxing obsolescence that our legislators passed, taking away the assessment from the local township assessor and allowing folks to self-assess their own property, which as a homeowner, I'd love that opportunity. Allow me, I can appreciate the real value of my property pretty quick. So I do support this. I think we're moving in the right direction. I hope our legislators realize that when they created this law, this taxing obsolescence law, that they put in a mechanism and a threshold to adjust that 30%. I don't think most of them know what they voted on, and I don't mean that insultingly. They just so much that they don't know, but there is some tools in there to adjust that. It's unfair to the city of Gary because logistically, they're the largest city in our county. You know, and you have an integrated steel mill in your backyard and you have the same AV value as the town of Sherrill with only 30,000 residents. You can't have one fire station or two fire stations. Where would you put them? Wherever you put them, someone's going to burn up, right? I mean, it just, they need this help. They need this direction. And I know my friends in building trades would appreciate this, but if you still doesn't want to participate and you know, we allow them into our community because they provide great paying jobs at the cost of destroying our health and breathing in polluted air and not paying now their fair share. If we want to keep them here, if they want to stay here, then they need to pay the same. It's unfair that a resident in Miller pays more per square foot than an integrated steel mill in Gary. So I guess without too much hot wind from my end, I support this wholeheartedly, and that they need to step up to the plate. The pendulum was swung in their disadvantage for some time, but now it's truly in their advantage. And if they don't want to, I mean, they could always restore the beach to its pristine condition as when Andrew Carnegie first went in there. And I'm sure maybe Hard Rock and some others might want to move on to that lakefront with the best freshwater beaches in this country. So I mean, I don't think our hands are tied if they don't want to, keep a livable wage and keep our standard of living up, then maybe there is no partnership is all I'm saying. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman.
Are you making a motion, Ted, to approve the resolution?
If we're done with the presentation.
Well, are we done with the
I
presentation?
have questions,
Well, you can,
Sure.
okay.
but I can wait for a motion.
That's what I was thinking. So, or whoever.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Okay, discussion.
Thank you, Madam Chair. A few questions. One is, so if we approach this appeal and let's say we're successful, this kind of opens up all along the Lakeshore, Porter County, Lake County, into East Chicago to Cleveland Cliffs. Everybody, is this a bit of a Pandora's box? I mean, I guess that's a rhetorical question of general taxation. Is this is being as unprecedented as it is, has anyone looked at the possible impacts on other parts of the industrial lakeshore?
So the answer is that we have not looked at those potential impacts. I mean, obviously, if we're successful in this appeal, there may be a desire on the part of other communities to do the same, but we haven't begun to explore that at this time.
How much public money do we have or can we appropriate to spend on this type of an appeal? So we're doing it for Gary and US Steel. What about Cleveland Cliffs and the communities that Cleveland Cliffs is involved in? Are we going to have the money to support an appeal there too as well? And I would assume they would probably do it next year.
So what I think is extremely important to note is that the city of Gary is coming on board as a partner, and they are willing to pay their pro rata share, which is 93%.
So the city of Gary be paying 93%
of the expenses over the life of the loan, the appeal.
Okay. And so would you be facilitating appeal, or would it be officials from the city of Gary or Calumet Township?
The county assessor has to facilitate the appeal.
Okay.
Latanya, if I could.
Yes.
Mr. Meyer, if I could interject. We need to have your attorney get with our attorney, Madam Chair, and we need a drafted interlocal agreement. The fact that we say that percentage is there, until we get that interlocal, I'll defer to our attorney and.
We have a
Chair, but I think we probably should have that interlocal passed.
Do we have?
Yeah, it's a time constraint. That's why we have this on our agenda today and have not been able to have the local agreement today also. It's just, the deadline is.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
And again, if we are unable to clear this first hurdle, which requires us to show a reasonable likelihood of success, then this matter dies.
Do we have a decent estimate of what potential tax collection impacts it could mean for the communities that it affects, but also for the corporation of US Steel?
Not yet.
Okay. Is this a response to the personal property tax?
No, right now, we're talking about the real property. The personal property is self-assessed, as Councilman Bldg alluded to, but right now we're talking about the real property, which is state assessed. So the Department of Local Government Finance is responsible for the assessment of the big three here in Lake County.
So, and also, this is a huge deal, and we just got this for consideration last night, basically.
Yes.
And so that's where it's difficult to kind of digest all this. Has anyone from US Steel or representative been engaged in the process?
Yes.
Of this?
Yes.
What has their interaction been?
Well, so far, there has just been a request on our behalf for a site inspection to conduct the appraisal, and the response has been favorable. In fact, they are in support of the department, of the IBTR extending an extension for us to be able to present documentation because they are unable to allow us onto the property until June 5th. So they have been supportive actually thus far.
Okay. Yeah, it's just.
And so, and I want to speak to the time, again, and I think I laid out, when we received the preliminary, certification. So we received the preliminary certification March 1st. At that time, I began to engage the mayor and his team in conversation about the matter. 1 month later, 30 days later, we received the final determination. And so we had 30 days or 45 days from the final determination to actually initiate the appeal. That 45-day deadline ends this Friday. And so I know it seems like this is really short notice for you, but I didn't want to come prematurely and make the request. So I needed to ensure that the city of Gary was on board and willing to help us put some of this costs.
Is this something that, looking at previous years, why hasn't this been pursued in previous years? And now this year, there's the urgency.
Well, I can't answer for why it hasn't been pursued previously, but I think that this is an ideal time to do so, given the $14 billion proposed acquisition that's set to close at the end of the third quarter.
I guess I wonder out loud if something like that could possibly create sustainability questions for the steel mill, depending upon the assessment of it. Like, you see a lot of industry that moves into industrialized areas, seeks tax abatement and other sorts of benefits. And this is kind of the opposite of that. Not saying that they deserve the tax breaks, but as Ted mentioned, it's a major employer here in the region that I think we want to try to find ways to protect those steel jobs and not put them in jeopardy. So it's just a balance of a whole thing that, without a lot of data other than, I mean, you did a great job compiling this stuff quickly, but there's obviously going to be a very detailed and complex process to this.
Well, so those are the very reasons that we first started with the city of Gary and engaging them in those discussions, because it would impact our community. I mean, as a citizen of Gary, I'm concerned with all the things that you just mentioned, but we are not seeking a $14 billion value, although that's, the purchase price, the acquisition cost. But we do believe that they should pay their fair share. And certainly the current assessment doesn't reflect the property's market value and use. And so I think that it's reasonable for us to at least attempt to challenge that value and see where it gets us.
So this current assessment process is undertaken the way it is because of state legislation from 2003.
Correct.
Would this, and the appeal is included within that state legislation? I haven't reviewed the code, so normally I review that stuff before meetings, but so is the appeal process part of that legislation?
Well, there are a couple of different pieces of legislation, and I'm not exactly sure which one. The appeal is a separate piece of legislation that governs the appeal process specifically for the large industrial properties.
So within the Enabling Act of 2003, the appeals process, was that part of an Indiana administrative code, or was that part of the actual legislative act? Do we know?
I'm not sure.
Reason I ask is because some of this could get muddy in the legislature, as we've seen with these sorts of things that become local that weren't thought of in an original piece of legislation.
Sure.
These things can become muddied up.
Well,
Legislative process.
so that my attorney has been in communication again with general counsel for the DOGF as well, because we do understand, potential ramifications of all of this.
All right, I think I've exhausted my questions. I appreciate the floor and thank you for your answers.
Of course.
Yes. Anyone else on the council?
Madam President, I was a very active member of the Indiana General Assembly during this period when this issue of U.S. Steel and other industries being able to do their own assessment. As Councilman Bldg indicated, all of us would like to have that opportunity to do a self-assessment. We were not afforded that, and it was unfortunate, and we still, many of us still view this as unfair that the large industry, the big three, have that opportunity to do a self-assessment of their properties rather than them following the same procedures as every other business. And I am very supportive of this by virtue of the negative impact it has had on Gary and other large communities by virtue of not having those potential tax dollars available. So I support it wholeheartedly.
Madam President, one more question, and this might be rhetorical as well, but the appeal starts, obviously, within any appeal, there's due process of law, and this could end up in multiple levels of court jurisdiction. Is the city of Gary and or the Lake County Council prepared for the expenditure of possibly large amount of monies in defending the appeal in the court of law? Do we have any sort of plan, any sort of idea of what this will take long term? And in most of these cases where there are large appeals, it does take several years to resolve. So the reality is we're probably going to be faced with multiple years of legal bills to go with this. I just think it's necessary to think about the whole scope, and that's why, for me, the presentation, I understand your timeline here, but the presentation the night before, it's like there's just so many questions to this that are very difficult from a financial standpoint to look at as a fiscal body and say, yes, let's do that, and then all of a sudden we have a 7-figure amount of legal bills to pay at some point.
We don't anticipate that. And again, the county's share of that would be approximately 7% over the life of the appeal. So we have considered all of those things. Very careful consideration has been given to every aspect of this appeal.
The city of Gary isn't known to be in the greatest financial condition, and partly because of some of these things. And I'm wondering aloud here is, would they have the financial wherewithal to go through a long drawn out appeals process? These are just questions that I'm asking because when I see something like this, boy, this is a big deal.
It is a big deal. It is a big deal. And I can assure you, if we're able to clear this first hurdle, we're going to get the proper team in place. We have a couple of other legal minds that would be joining the team, some additional appraisers. When this was challenged some years ago, or 20 plus years ago, I don't know what kind of case Cal Township was able to present. I don't know the type of support that they had, but I don't get the sense, based on what I've read, that they had the type of support that we now have in place. And so I think that at least prepares us for a better opportunity for success.
No, thank you, Tanya.
You're welcome.
Madam President,
Yes.
I want to say I wholeheartedly support this. I sat on the city council for 12 years there, saw the impacts of us being restrained from dollars from U.S. Steel for years that we sat and talked. And I think the eyebrows went up when the sale came about and we saw how much that worth that U.S. Steel was really worth. I think none of us had the idea those type of dollars was sitting there among us. I think this would greatly serve all of us of Lake County and the ones that travel through the Gary area there, because, you know, as you go through 80, 94, 90, those highways that go through there, Gary has to provide a certain service to you for fire apparatus and things of that nature. And if you know what Gary suffers with now, with making sure that proper staffing is on those engines there, but they do an excellent job of what they have. But you can just imagine what goes through those highways there, and we have to make sure everyone is safe. And Gary would be the first one to respond, but we do not have the proper equipment and staffing on those engines there. So a loss of life can happen. So I think it goes way beyond just us sitting there having a conversation. I think there's a safety issue that needs to be put in place if anything should happen with U.S. Steel. We need Gary Police Department to be the first responders there, as long as Gary Fire Department to be there. It definitely serves as a threat to our state as well as the United States, with U.S. Steel sits on the water of our shores. So I do support it wholeheartedly. I do understand about the dollar amount, but I was happy to hear about there's only 7% on the county end, and Gary's picking up the tab. There is a revenue stream we all know with Harvard sits out there where I believe can contribute greatly to this also, where there's an increase in dollars now that comes to the city of Gary that could support something of this nature here. Thank you.
President, may I address Mr. Brewer? I appreciate that insight, Ron, from your stance as city councilman, having served on a town council for 12 years. I understand the pressures of providing public service to communities. My only real hangup on this is I think the data that's being presented is good. Is the amount of time to consider it is something that's concerning to me. I get the timelines, and the only reason I'm having real misgivings on it is because of that lack of ability to really dive in and review and look at all the possible scenarios that may come out of something like this, learn a little more about what a pro forma is telling us about the possible tax collections from a successful appeal, what it would mean for the city of Gary, what it would mean for the state of Indiana, Lake County, and what it would mean for the other industries along our lakeshore. There's always a ripple effect to these sorts of things. So without the time to consider the possible scenarios, it's just a hard thing to wrap my head around right now. It's not that I don't support the effort. It's just that there's so many moving parts to this that we don't have in front of us right now to even take a look at.
Councilman Niemeyer,
Yeah.
Madam Chair, if you will, if we're able again to clear this first hurdle, we will have an opportunity to provide a lot of the information that you would like to have before you. But the time constraints that are set forth by the statute just don't allow for that.
It reminds me of, you got to pass the bill to know what's in it. Right? That's kind of the thing that comes to my head, and that's the hard part for me. So I appreciate it.
I think our legislators in our state passed a bill that they didn't know what.
I don't disagree with you, Ted.
And it damaged this county incredibly. And it took the ability of Gary to rebound and rebuild itself away. It's completely unfair for every person that lives in the Miller section, especially that close proximity to the lake. They didn't think, and US Steel truly didn't care what impact it had on the community. Like I said, they pollute our water, our air. They should at least pay their fair share in taxes for those good jobs that they do provide. Let's face it, that's the only reason we're having this conversation. If they didn't pony up with some good work for us folks around here, as far as I'm concerned, they can pack their bags and leave. But they bought good jobs.
Madam Chair, if you will, and thank you, Councilman, again, because I've sat at a number of public forums with members of the Miller section because the market has appreciated significantly over the past several years, and they are experiencing increased assessments while US Steel's assessment remains the same for the past 20 years.
It's a lakefront.
Absolutely.
Lakefront.
I actually believe it would be irresponsible for us not to do this.
It would be irresponsible.
Yeah, and I commend you for taking on the challenge.
Thank you.
Tom?
Just briefly, I want the council to understand what they're voting on today, just because this did come upon everybody pretty quickly. This statute is very restrictive. It's very restrictive to the county assessor, and LaTanya and I have spoken about, she understands that. This first phase that she's talking about, it could just literally be dismissed with no appeal from the county. The case is just done. So if you want to read the statute, it's the statute, the number, the code number is, the code section is listed here. But what the council is finding today is that LaTanya has submitted an estimate of the cost. That's the 500,000. The second thing you're finding is that you're approving her to expend it on this appeal. And the third thing, and one that was causing us a lot of consternation over the last 24 hours, was that the proposed expenditure is in accordance with an appropriation already made by the county fiscal body. There are sufficient funds in the reassessment fund, as well as 001, the general fund, for LaTanya to get this started and actually cover all of the expense. Even if, and we don't have an interlocal agreement with Gary. So it's really nice that they're committed to it. There is no document that says they have to do that. So I want the council to be aware of that too. But LaTanya understands that with this deadline, unless they'll extend it, because she has to submit evidence immediately as to these values, or the board is going to dismiss the appeal with no appeal.
Correct.
It ends. There's no, oh, we're going to take this to the tax court.
With prejudice.
It just ends. So there's not a lot of exposure right now, because there's not going to be a lot of money spent between now and Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
But the exposure that we are committing to is that out of her reassessment fund, she'll spend up to $500,000 over the life of the appeal. So that's a quick legal explanation of what's going on with this. And I want the council to know how restrictive this is.
That's very helpful, Tom. I appreciate that.
With this, does it require a motion, Madam Chair?
Yes.
I'll make a
You
motion.
already did.
Well, we did the
Okay,
motion.
all right.
This was discussion. Anyone else have any discussion? Okay. All right, hearing no further discussion. Roll call, please.
Ham,
Yes.
Brewer,
Yes.
Brown,
Yes.
Linda Mulder,
Yes.
Bldg,
Yes.
Neemeyer.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes, motion passes 7-0.
Thank you all.
Jack's
Thank
gotta
you.
go. She's gotta go.
Thank you for, thank you.
Thank you so much for your support. Sincerely appreciate it.
Thanks for taking my grilling here.
No worries. No worries.
Just had a lot of questions.
I appreciate the questions.
Okay. Public comments.
Good, how are you?
Any of my council members have anything? Okay.
Just,
Anyone in the public?
Mother's Day, happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
Thank you.
Other than that,
That's good.
We had, if I could
Yes.
introduce Dan Cesarski, he's the comptroller for Lake County. He recently hired in.
Yes.
And,
nice.
Welcome.
he has a 30-minute speech prepared to introduce himself. So,
Welcome,
All right.
welcome to the fun, Dan.
Yeah, welcome. When did you start? Monday? Last week, Monday. Okay. All right, good.
And
All right.
I was gonna ask, Carol to scan an email to everyone. I've got it finally put together. We're moving forward. I know Jean Ann's gonna be helping, the judge. We're gonna have that enter her contract. I'll make a proposal for next month. Because the grant writing that we're getting for the small farms, there's a lot of report writing to accountability. And so our bookkeeper, Hova over at, is gonna need some tutoring, some assistance on getting it.
Oh, I thought her
Yeah.
contract concluded grant writing, but okay.
Not with the, we had Baker Tilly and I was looking for a way to get it. Baker Tilly was for the FDA grant. This is the administration of the grant. We're gonna need assistance in actually the reporting on the grant, right, on the grants that we are getting. That's what we're gonna have. Anyways, what I'll be asking her to send out is this is an overlay of the plan, basically a PowerPoint. And it gives everybody an opportunity to get caught up at where we're at with everything. We should have, greenhouses, planter boxes are getting filled up now, greenhouses, Tom Kuhn from the commissioners has, a shot grade. We're trying to get the approval for that, start pouring concrete, get the greenhouses in. And then I'll be coming to ask for revenue because we have to order the internal mechanisms for the vertical indoor garden. And that should be, probably like 90 days to get shipped here, so.
Small farms, black over here?
No, it's actually, that's the title that Judge defining. So we'll be right here on 93rd Avenue at the juvenile correctional facility. So right here on 93rd, it's the, I'm gonna call it the northeast corner of the courthouse.
Vertical farming, that's all.
It is, it's just an amazing technology. We've worked with CEA Technologies. The farm on Ogden is probably the biggest operation around, so, and we're partnered with Purdue and a few others, trying to get future farmers involved in this down in Lowell, so we're moving along. It's.
Julie, did you have something you wanted to?
I was just gonna introduce myself. I'm Julie Jones, Purdue Extension, actually, I've been 4-H educator for Lake County for 15 years, and as of last month, I've now moved into the county director position. So,
Congratulations.
same more of you. Thanks.
Thank you. Thanks for
Thank
coming
you.
up.
Thanks, Julie. I think we have a new nickname for Ted. It's Farmer Ted.
That's it, man.
Anyone else, public comment?
Just the hayseed.
Public comment closed. Any other councilman have anything? All right, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move. Cigar.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn.
Aye.
All in favor? Aye. What,